Welcome back to Snapdragon Society's 3v3 Ashen League. I'm here casting with Boggs tonight.
That's me, guys. How are you doing tonight, cats? Oh, cat, not cats.
Cat instead of cats. I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, the single cat, not the double. Gotcha.
Yeah, right. He's busy tonight, so I'll be taking over.
That just means the cooler cat's in the building. All right.
Right, dude, got him. So tonight we have, I believe it's Oni versus SPK, and then Shade Warden's Galaxy against Fitmits. How do you think the matches are gonna go tonight, based on last week?
Uh, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's just gonna be another. I think it's gonna be SPK and Chain Warden again. Just because SPK showed a very dominating performance, and I believe Oni has, is it one or two subs?
Oni, I believe the roster is completely changing.
Oh, so three subs. Also, turn up your mic.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Silent Blue, I know, is still going to play, but I believe Deft and Shadow are going to take over the rest of the roster.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, it's 3v3, and it's not exactly like you don't need much synergy to do perfect with it, as you could tell from our wonderful games with Edford last week. Those were
Yeah.
good times.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes made led to an easy loss. We're hoping that Oni can bring it back this week.
Yes, definitely. And then in the upcoming Chain Wardens and Fitmits, correct? Fitmits game.
Yeah, Kuda may still come up and just carry, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think Kuda's the main carry on that team. His back probably a little hurting from last week, so maybe Fitmits can exploit that
Yeah.
and find a way to get a win. So
Alright, well, we'll go ahead and get a champ select here. We'll get Shadow to start it up. We'll see. I know Weaver really likes the Renekton on the 3v3. From what I know, Skillshot may take an 80 carry like Zio or something. Silent Blue likes tanks on this. Shadow will probably prefer a mage.
uh he is actually shifted to a top lane role in CL
Yeah.
and has been doing very well on the likes of like Gnar, Renekton, and I'm trying to think of another champion he did well on.
Those are
Just the top lane tank. So I have a feeling he'll probably play a top tank in this scenario. But 3v3s are definitely something different. He might bust out the signature Syndra.
Alawi gone, easy. That's just easy cheese on the map. Renekton, that is definitely a ban away from Weaver. He's really good on the Renekton. And Renekton can definitely carry on this map without a
That
doubt.
is 2/3 of the roster that was used last week by SBK. So maybe just targeting banning what they did last week. That's another top lane tank / carry pick taken away most likely from Shadow. Is Defton 80 carry normally?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure. I don't see him play that often.
I think he's an 80 carry main by heart. So he'll probably just be a
The
and a
Maokai.
Maokai. Maokai is also very good on this. Was Maokai the third pick they did last week? I think he was. Yes, he was. So Oni banning basically the picks that SPK Smurf Squad used last week,
The
and
Oriana.
Oriana locked in. How do you feel about the Oriana?
The Oriana, I think, is an insanely smart pick for 3v3s, mainly because her ult can obliterate a team fight.
You know what champions that have not been banned that I would really like to see?
Who?
For one, Kane. Kane's so good on 3v3s maps. I actually lost my last two placements because of a Kane, but for some reason, like both the Kanes I got matched up with were like diamond. So,
Sejuani.
standard tank pick.
Yep.
Nothing special.
Your basic Summoner's Rift picks here.
Yeah, nothing spicy yet. Hopefully, we'll get to see at least one or two spicy picks tonight. Brand, he's pretty good on this map as well because of how condensed a lot of the areas and fights are. So his ults get a lot of bounces in. Plus, um, I believe I haven't played Brand in a while, but his ult is 5 bounces. So if he gets the most bounces, it actually hits someone twice. And an Eve hover. I don't think we're gonna get the Eve though.
No, the Jarvan.
What a tease! Not a single spicy pick so
Now
far.
this, I believe, will be a Varus or a Lucian. Just because
Not a Rammus.
I highly doubt he'll do the Rammus. It'd be pretty spicy, but I doubt it.
No, 100% not Rammus here. Probably going for the Varus. I like the Varus here. They have a very nice team fight. I think with that Illusion. It's
The Lucian, it's not like Varus would be better for the comp, but I think the Lucian's better for the 1v1.
yeah, for sure.
I know Chaos plays the Lucian a lot in 3v3s, and I literally have gotten carried by him playing Lucian.
So
But don't worry, I've carried him with Galio, so we're even.
Galio's that's another champion I really expected to see. And the last pick is Kennen.
The Kennen.
Kennen's probably the most spicy thing we in this game.
Now, do you think that's AD or AP Kennen?
I hope it's AP because I spammed Kennen mid full AP season 6 to go from like bronze 3 to silver 1, and it's just I like it way more. I hate AD Kennen, and I hate that like became meta for a while, you know. It was really annoying to watch.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
honestly, I've played AD Kennen in CL matches.
you disgust me.
I think it's actually not that bad, but I think recently when they changed the proto belt, I think his AP became better than his AD.
They changed Proto Belt. It's been a while since I've played. What did they do to it?
Uh,
More.
I don't remember exactly. I think the jump when they did the original jump, it did more damage, like the actual
Ooh.
active.
I definitely like this. So I'll probably have to play more Kennen. Maybe I'll get out of my jungle and go back to mid. But looking at both teams, who are you favoring at this point? As I fill in some stats on this real quick. What team do you like better?
Personally, I would say I like Oni's comp better.
I have to agree with you.
Yeah, for the team fight, I think they have an amazing team fight comp for the 3v3. But on the other end, I think they might have better like just solo lane potential.
Yeah. The thing I like about their comp is that there is an AD threat in the Lucian, and unless this Kennen does go AD, which I'll be really upset with, but Weaver's the kind of guy who does something like that. So maybe this is an AD carry Kennen.
I do see Brand did go exhaust, so that could definitely put a damper on the Lucian. And on the other end, they have the barrier on the Orianna for laning.
Yeah,
the issue with the barrier is the laning phase doesn't last very long.
This is team fights like occur a lot faster in 3v3s. So one here. The only like bad thing I see about Oni's comp is just that if they group up, the Kennen Brand ulting at the same time is going to be super devastating.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so
if Sejuani, I mean, I think if Sejuani catches anyone, they're pretty much dead. If Kennen or Brand is there, she can just go straight from her ult into a Kennen or a Brand stun, and they're just dead. They just can't get caught. If they get caught, they're just gonna throw it.
Yeah, if if they shift over to a pick comp, like the side of Szechuan, even though that looks like a team fight, I just think Oni has a better team fight. But the pick potential on the side of Szechuan, as long as Kennen or Brian stick with Sejuani and they take out like Oriana or Lucian or heck even in Jarvan, it's they lose a lot of their fighting potential. So they can push for objectives such as just towers and then the almighty Vial.
And we know how strong that Valma is, taking out Yankee last week.
You mean Vegeta?
Yeah, Vegeta.
It killed Vegeta.
So people change their names way too much.
Yeah, I actually think if I remember correctly, uh trying to think.
Oh
If I
yeah.
remember correctly, I think he went through like four name changes within a week. That is a lot of money.
Oh yeah. That's bronze silver for you.
Yeah, honestly, he's got to have a new name to, stand out. I guess.
Let's see how the skin wars. I honestly don't like Karate Kennen.
Oh, I hate that. Honestly, if you're not rocking Blood Moon Kennen, you're rocking the wrong skin. I
Dude,
think that is.
my favorite thing to do when I play top lane though is play Swamp Master Kennen. So every time you kill the other person, you can just go, "This is my swamp" in all chat.
That's disgusting. uh, I don't know. The only skin I really like is the Spirit Fire brand. I love that skin.
Yeah, I really do. I love that skin. When it came out, I was like, I already have a brand skin. I can't buy it, but it's so beautiful.
Fortunately, I have zombie brands, so like
Yeah.
I don't feel as bad not having Spirit Fire.
I think no matter what skin they come out with, Zombie Brand's kind of just gonna. Zombie Brand's so cool.
Dude, I really like that. I got that on a whatchamacallit. I don't like. Oh man, I just realized this. I don't like Courage Colossus on Jarvan.
I was literally just looking at that. That's. I mean, unless he hits his flag and drag to and
Like
gets
he
the
has to have
knockout.
it perfectly every time, but if you're not rocking full lethality Jarvan, then that would have been something spicy. So Weaver, take some notes. Next week, I want to see full lethality Jarvan. If I don't see it, I'm gonna be face cams if it's there. There we go. Gotta have the promise. So as we load,
Face cams if it's there. You really want to do those face cams?
I no, I just want an incentive so that we can grow this league. It's not as boring as good old CL.
And my client crashed here, so let me
Oh, what a
get
no!
back
I'll
in.
keep you up to date. So on the blue side, we have Oni, Rocket Not Shadow, rocking the Oriana, Silent Blue Death, rocking the Jarvan, and Deft on the Lucian. And on the red side, we have SPK with Weaver on Kennen in the top lane, and Skill Shot on Brand in the bot lane. Now it does look like Deft and Shadow might lane swap here. I think they want the Oriana and Brand to be in the same lane. And the Lucian, yes, they just did that. So, not much else to talk about. They want the. And hold on. It does look like it's going to be 80 Kennen, so I am very upset.
The Doran's Blade, yeah. That doesn't surprise me just because they needed that 80 damage. He may have practiced it a lot when it was really good, so it may turn out to work for them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think 80 Kennen's more of a solo lane thing, so if they're looking to team fight, that may be a problem for them.
Yeah, because you can split push, but there's like no point on this map when it's so small.
Yeah.
He'll get caught out, and that
And,
ult's gonna do no damage when he's stuck in the Cataclysm. It's gonna do even less damage because he's going.
Shadow
80.
getting a lot of
I mean,
damage off
80.
on skill shot. Oh, he's getting
Skill
low.
Shot just taking those
Oh, wow.
autos.
It's
But look
very
at
nice.
I heal with the invade.
I know as of recent you can start Doran's Blade on AP Kennen just for that early damage because his Q doesn't do much. Um,
Yeah.
but
The only reason I say it looks like AD is because he has a lot of attack speed in his runes, as well as he has a decent amount of AD and not much AP. So.
yeah, I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah. Ooh, it looks like Skill Shot actually got the better of a trade on Shadow Balls, but there's definitely a lot of action going on in this bot lane.
Yeah, top lane's looking like Farm Fest right now. A little poke here and there, but pretty farmy. Um, Silent Blue takes the first altar here. Iheel still hasn't taken his altar. Looks like Silent Blue's going to come in. Weaver comes down. Ooh, gets a good stun on Death. Ooh, Shadow gets the first kill. Very nice. Weaver's gonna get out of there. Silent Blue
Very
gonna go
close.
back in.
Silent Blue must have forgot that he didn't have the mana. Did he not have mana or the Dragon Strike? Is that what that's called? Yes, Dragon Strike cooldown must have been down there. But anyway, kill onto Deft, and that's a solid 2-0 and a 1.4k gold lead already beside of Oni.
Ooh, the tower diving. Iheel goes down. Oh, he gets
Does he
out!
live?
I can't believe that didn't shoot him.
Wow. And you know what? I was just about to make a comment saying if he would have landed that, the courage shield would have let him live, and there he goes living. Wow. Very nice. That's a 3-0 start.
Yeah, we said
New
we said Oni needed to show up today, and it looks like they might do it.
New roster, who this? Ooh, and I'm already looking at the side of Silent Blue, who actually looks like he's gonna go Warrior Enchantment on Jarvan. I see. That's another. See, that makes me even dislike the Courage even more now
Yeah,
because
he
you
should
know,
have gone Fervor if he was gonna go AD Jarvan.
Fervor
Oh,
or
Shadow, be careful. Skill shot just catching him, trying to get the minion wave. Very good trade for skill shot there.
Brand's a champion I like never see in CL like ever, but I always feel like he's like super strong.
Hey, he's always relevant.
Yeah, like I was one of those evil people who used to play brand support, and oh wait, we did. There was a short time brand support was played in CL. I know that in bronze and silver, but oh, not too many people rock the brand, which is
More.
very sad.
That's because more recently Aegis was OP and then Ardent was OP, so it's more of like
Yeah.
the safe supports have been just the OP meta, so it didn't really matter because even though he could damage, you could just over shield it and it didn't matter.
But with the Ardent nerfs, or maybe the Ardent meta will finally end, and we can have more Zyra and brand support. Doesn't that sound fun?
Kill lanes
And
all day. Ooh, Shadow Boss might get caught here. Iheel going in.
does get the stun, and that should be a kill. Ooh.
Gets the flag and drag. Sejuani goes down. They may be able to turn this around.
They really do need to watch out for that brand on the side.
They need to back
And it
off
looks
there.
like it's just going to be a 1-for-1.
I believe they should have just gone on the brand there instead of trying to get Weaver to back off. They may have gotten a double kill there.
Yeah, brand there.
Oh, stops the back.
I think that was almost back. So I've never actually seen that backing animation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was lost looking at it. It's so weird. So cool. Wait, the things disappeared.
What?
It looks like kind of the things that he summons look like Malzahar's Voidlings. Getting lost in the skin's not the game.
Getting lost in the sauce.
Getting lost. Yes, sir.
Alright, so we have Deft at 3-0 here, only up about 3 CS. The CS really has been the same pretty much all game, about 3 to 5 difference. Both laners doing a pretty good job of keeping up.
I will say Goldly. He's 1,000 over his lane opponent. So That's definitely pretty good. And is this the first time they're getting that? Yeah, they finally got the altar. So
Yeah.
these altars are like so important in 3v3s. Oh, I finally finished my ranked flex placements for 3v3, and it was such a waste of time. I
Oh.
should not get silver 4 for 7 and 3. I'm so upset. I, I guess I won't be getting the blue chroma for Graves.
Oh. Almost got him. Hill comes. Just gonna get right back off there.
Now, do you think Shadow, because he predicted the Sejuani ult, or was he just bloodthirsty?
I
Predicted the
think he.
Sej ult.
I think he was bloodthirsting, but I think he saw Sedge coming in when she was about halfway. I don't think much is gonna come out of this.
Yeah, I don't think Silent Blue should dive that. It looks good, but you don't have the shockwave.
Oh, Deft. Oh no. Oh my goodness.
So very close on both sides, and it is confirmed that's actually going to be AP cannon. I just noticed the Hextech revolver.
Yeah.
That's probably been up for a while, but
There's Jarvan for you.
the smite disrespect kill. I love
Deft's
it.
gonna go down here. Silent Blue's not gonna go for the kill. Sejuani's too tanky.
Yeah, I don't think he really had the resources to kill her anyway. He did. He
Yeah.
just used ult on
And that's just Deft
Weaver.
throwing away some just gold. He should have just backed after that. There's no reason to stay that long.
He was resetting the gold value. It's okay. Looks like this top tower might be the first to go down in the next few minutes here. Deft has been putting work on that tower.
Skullshot finally getting some damage off. He's doing pretty good. Still behind in CS, but Shadow is going to have to go back here, so we may be able to catch that up.
Yeah, this is around the point where Brand starts what point you might ask, when he buys anything after Doran's ring, honestly.
Yeah, in the middle of the game is where a lot of their champions are going to spike. The Kennen should start beating the Lucian in the 1v1.
I think he wins if his ult's up. If he continues to go AP, I think he wins if his ult's up. But if it's down, I would not trade. I would focus on farming. Looks like Silent is going to look for a pick here. Cataclysm is not up yet, so I don't think, unless he hits the flag and drag here, there isn't much else they can do.
Shadow looks AFK here. He just stood there and took that, and yep, Shadow did go AFK.
So we should be getting a pause here. Ooh,
Weaver
kill on
may
Weaver.
get out of there.
No,
gets him with the flash Q. That's very nice. Very well timed.
They might even get the.
Oh, Heal goes down. It does look like Skillshot will get the double kill.
That is what with definitely the only issue I did see in the comp of Oni, if they bundle up underneath a Cataclysm, or if they get caught in like a Kennen ult, that Brand alive or burn him alive, I guess that is the proper term for that man. But 4-1 on skill shots, Brand.
Yeah, very unfortunate that Shadow did DC there, but very nice play from Silent Blue getting the Q off and finishing the Kennen. But it's very good on skill shot coming from behind and getting that free double.
Yeah, I think if
Say they
I
are
think if
going.
the
Go ahead.
oh no, I started looking at Deft almost getting one comboed
Yeah.
by Brand here.
Yeah, they did look like they lane swap.
Yeah, I think I like this. I think the Kennen will do better into the Orianna. He just really has to watch out for the shockwave. But
And there it is. Forced to use heal there. Iho comes down, but he's just gonna stop the wave.
just gonna help a buddy farm it out. And
Both towers really low for SPK here.
We did not get the stun there, and first tower gold going over to the side of Oni. Oni's looking very strong here against a team that dominated last week. You think it was more practice, or you think just these new players are definitely a good addition to the team?
Uh, Personally, I think last week a lot of the players weren't 100% comfortable with their champions.
Yeah.
Um,
And maybe now that a week's gone by, they kind of got the feel for it.
yeah, I think Silent decided that the Ornn wasn't the best pick.
Aw, come on.
Good tank, but he just doesn't do enough damage for a 3v3. 3v3, bruisers rule 3v3. That
I
high damage.
I can't agree with you. I suppose so. I like the Ornn pick though. If anyone wants to continue picking Ornn, you can do that. Don't let
It does look like they're going to try to get some off on Jeff here. Try to get his gold down. Oh no, he went in. He's going. He's down.
Ooh, unless the flash
Oh,
can
he
get out.
doesn't get the
And
stun.
ooh, he actually does get out there. So very well played by Def, and able to escape what looked like certain death. Yes, that's two major cooldowns. SPK, so maybe Oni can look for something here. It might be difficult.
Silent Blue gonna get out of there. Alright, he'll just miss the jump.
Everyone just likes to walk right in that pillar of flame.
The guy just keeps him warm.
So one thing I would like to see on the side of SPK here is Sejuani to get an Abyssal Mask, because all of them do, well, they're raise deal magic damage, and most of her abilities as well do magic damage. I believe it's only the Winter's Wrath that does AD. Yes, it is. Ooh.
Oh, he's gonna get out. Wow. Oh,
The
Brent's
burn will not.
clicks
The
killed.
burn does get Oriana. The Oriana in the end.
Weaver just gets out of there with few ticks of health.
Yeah, Shadow almost made it out, but Brand passive is definitely very, very good, and it is only going to get better once he completes. He's going for Morello now, but I believe after this he's probably going to get the Leondries. That's going to make his burns do even more.
It does look like skill shot's gonna be their main damage. We do see Jarvan going ahead and building a lot of magic resist. Sejuani on the other side, being the other tank, has only built one cloth armor for the Jarvan and the Lucian damage.
Yes, but see, that's where the side of SPK is kind of in danger. If they start stacking MR, it's misses the flag and drag.
Yeah, that's a bit of a waste of a flash there.
I don't agree with the flash. I think he could have just EQ'd and possibly ulted the second. I think a little too hasty.
Okay, we're gonna get a team fight here. Shadow is not there. Silent Blue gets a flag and drag. Oh, he's cut off. Silent Blue will go down. Deft and Shadow Balls just need to get out of there. Weaver does look like he may take down Deft. Shadow, gets the auto.
Nice. So far it is a 1-for-1 trade for both teams.
Weaver looks like he's gonna go in on Shadow. Pulls the ult. Doesn't get it. Still gets the stun.
Gets the stun. Doesn't look like anything else is gonna happen though. And still a 1-for-1. Oni's still with a slight gold lead. That just looked like on the side of Oni, and it did not uh, I guess I don't want to say fail, but did not go as bad as it looked like it would have for them. And it looks like Shadow overstayed his welcome and skill shot picks him off.
Yeah, and that so far seems to be a recurring thing for Oni here. They're getting gold and just staying way too long.
A lot of that gold is on that brand, so if Oni find a way to pick off and kill the brand before a team fight starts, they win. Because I don't think the Kennon's far ahead enough to do much. And Sejuani's just a tank. And with the Orc Black Cleaver build that the Lucian's going, he should be able to win in a if it comes down to killing the Sejuani here.
Silent Blue almost got caught there.
Yes.
Just too tanky right now. Let's see here. CS. The Brand and Oriana about the same. The Jarvan and the Lucian have about a 20 extra CS on their lane opponents.
Lane. I mean, it's as expected. The flash from skill shot.
Yes. That did
it immediately there.
Oh no, here it goes.
Ooh, the 3-man ult that Weaver has been looking for.
Very nice.
There's that
skill
brand
shot.
damage.
They just stacked up and they shouldn't have stayed together. Once they got ulted, they should have just split apart basically. They just stayed on top of each other. The damage just ticked each other. Easy peasy kills.
Yes. That I almost, even though, the brand did get all the kills there, I have to, you got to give props to Weaver on that Kennen. Definitely set that up when the Sejuani ult missed there.
Yeah, once they went in for that brand, all they did was turn it around, just blasted them once they knew some cooldowns were off.
Gold League, it now has shifted over to the side of SBK, who are now have a little less than a 2K gold lead. That's looking somewhere along the lines of 13 actually. 1,300 gold lead. There we go. And let's start looking at items here. The Lucian is almost ready to be at that Black Cleaver. I think he should have rushed a Hex Drinker instead because of the amount of the amount of magic damage on the side of SPK.
Yeah, and I can kind of agree with that.
But Def getting caught out there, and just Oriana is not really with the team. Solid 2-man Shockwave, but Weaver does get the. Is that a 3-man stun?
I saw 2 of them get stunned. I did not see 3, man. Oh, wow.
Looks like another triple kill. The skill shot's showing that he can land some of those skill shots on that brand. So, I think a lot of the issues with Oni right now is that there's a lot of miscommunication. I think they are still very much in the game. All they need to do is stick together and ult on top of each other. Seems like they delay their ults often. So
yeah, and I mean a lot of the team fights, it seems like Shadow's not even there. Like someone will get caught and then Shadow has to catch up. It's exactly what I said. If SPK gets the picks, they're just gonna win. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's been happening since mid-game now.
Yes.
And I mean, there was one Throne team fight where they went way too hard for the brand. And once those cooldowns were down, SPK just knew they could come in and trash them.
Yeah, but ever since that moment, I think most of the fights that SPK are getting are most of the fights in the game I think that was the first time it was a true team fight. Other than that, it's been a lot of, you
Catches.
know, yeah, misnumbered fights. I think only all they really need to do is group up, start farming up. They can't get caught out here. Goodbye, Def. It was nice knowing you. Uh, they really need to start. Ooh, nice 3-man shockwave. Unfortunately, that is not gonna do anything for the side of Oni. Um,
Nice maybe game.
they really need to start using their arcane sweepers more often. They could have stacked.
Oh, they're going deep. It looks like they're gonna get him. Ahio's just so tanky.
Yeah, even with that flashes, I actually think he would have died if he didn't flash there.
Yeah, I agree.
That single Nexus turret shoots very fast. I don't agree with the backing off. Right there. You have the Def solution up, sure, but Skillshot has shown that he can one-shot him pretty easily, but you know, maybe
Yeah,
it's better they did back off.
I think they could have won there easily. Maybe they're just trying to add to their stats.
Yeah, I gotta pad the stats, pad the KDs a little bit.
Skillshot's like, I'm coming for that first place, Kuda.
Yeah, he really wants to get player of the night. It looks like, and he's doing very well with the 15 KDA right now. Maybe it's Weaver actually. He's like, I don't want to be bad, guys. Come on.
No, Skillshot has played his brand insanely well. He's hit
Yes,
almost everything. All of his ults have hit at least 2 or 3 times.
that's why Brand is another champion on this map who's like just insanely good. He's up there with the Galio and the Kane.
Oh,
Honestly,
misses Sejuani. Oh,
still gets the stun. Can Deft outplay this?
no.
No, he should not have walked back up there.
Oh, silent ulted eye heal. Not even gonna
That's
get a
not
kill
the
on
target
that.
you wanted to ult there.
And that
And
should definitely be game.
that should be the game. Oni, I think, almost had that. They skill shot almost went down. Weaver was about less than half HP. Sure, eye heal's tanky, but they can have the damage to take him down. But no, a pretty close game, I would say. Sure the score doesn't look that way, but the early game was definitely in the side of Oni there for the most part, but a solid victory on the side of SPK.
Yeah, I think a lot of Oni just didn't use their vision enough. They got caught constantly. I know you don't have wards on this map, but you can. I mean, you could press 4 on a bush anywhere. It comes up.
Yeah.
It comes up fairly fast. It's got. I think it's like a minute or something cooldown. I don't remember exactly.
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head, but I gotta agree with you on they did not use their arcane sweepers at all. It looked like, but it a better start than I think that they did last week.
Yeah, I agree too. I mean, they just looked a lot better than this week did last week.
Yes. Now I know it was a different roster, however, still looking. I think Oni can learn from this and start pulling ahead. So I like what they attempted this week. I think they did very well. So are stats showing up for you?
No, let me go ahead and try to go to advanced details.
Yeah, the stats for me are frozen, so I can't look at. Can I look at damage? Damage dealt. I'm tell me you're getting something. I wanted to look at damage charts, but it looks like the league client does not want this to happen.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything. Let me try. Let me go ahead and try on op.gg and see if it's going to pull up that match.
And see if I can get someone from that game to possibly send. No, I can't give you the exact numbers. All I can say is that the brand did a lot.
Yeah, really strange. It looks like the client isn't going to want to show us the stats.
What a nightmare! I can't record anything.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hopefully that will be fixed and that match will show up eventually. I mean, to say the least, at least we can get KDAs.
Yeah, hopefully we can get ADAs because those aren't popping up for me at all. So, so
Yeah, I
maybe,
mean, does anyone in the chat know, has this been a constant thing with League lately? Are stats just not showing up, or is this a thing that's new? I haven't been on all day.
let's see.
Okay, let's see. I heal
We
got it.
are getting an what an MVP on I heal.
All right. Well, I vote I heal MVP for that match because
Yeah.
he gave us the
Screw
stats.
screw the brand 14. 14-1-4. I heal's the true MVP of the night. Pack it up, lock it in. Number one ranked player goes to I heal already.
All right. Let's see. Yeah. Oh my. Skill shot 14, 1 and 4. That's insane. That is an amazing. Just literally hit all of his skill shots.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at the damage charts, the Kennen actually did pretty well. Even though for a while, he did end up getting uh almost as much as Shadow's Oriana, just a few hundred away. Um, Another thing I want to point out, is Brand had a 14 kill killing spree. He did not. He got all those kills after he got soloed in the early game. So
Yeah, and we'll go ahead. Me and Box will go ahead and take just a short break here, and we'll be back for Game 2, which will be Chainworms Galaxy against Fitmits.
see you guys then.
I can joke, I see what's on my mind. If I drink, if I smoke, I keep up with the guys. And you see me holding up my middle finger to the world. Fuck your ribbons and your pearls. Cause I'm not just a pretty girl, I'm more than just a picture. I'm a daughter and a sister. Sometimes it's hard for me to show that I'm more than just a rumor.
You blocked me on Facebook, and now you're going to get fucked up. Now you're going to die. me on Facebook.
I'ma show you how to be a G. I'ma show you how to be a G. I'ma show you how to be a G. I'ma show you how to be a G.
Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? You know, I am you. I'm coming closer. I will catch you. The time it goes tick tock, tick tock, tick.
inside. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest, echoing around these walls, fighting to.
And we're back for the second match of the night, Fitmits versus Shade Morton's Galaxy. We already saw SPK beat Oni.
Yes, and it was close for a while, but in the end, SPK was able to take some dominant control, and eventually were able to overcome Oni in the end. But now we're gonna look forward onto this next match, which is, as stated by Kat, Mitfits against Chain Wardens. Now it looks like it's gonna be the same rosters from last week. So how are you feeling about this match?
Personally, I believe same thing is going to be happening. I believe Destroy Boy and Darkblade will play some sort of squishy or bruiser. Kuda's going to go for another tank because that's been his pull ever since I've known him for multiple seasons now. He just tank is what he does. And
Yes.
on the other side, I'm not exactly sure how they'll play. They're still new to me. I just met them in the 3v3 league, so I don't know exactly much about them. I know Kyle Radian's a main top.
Last week he did bust out that Jarvan. He didn't do too well. Honestly, the side of Fitmits did seem to struggle, very relying on Rob on the Sejuani in the jungle. So hopefully, better beat this game against Chain Wardens, who showed a very dominant win against Oni last week. So
Yeah, and it's beginning to look like Chain Wardens and SPK. I mean, in the first place, those are people that have already played together, even in Summoner's Rift, for multiple Compete League seasons. And
yes, so
they're just bringing it to Twisted Tree Line and beating out these teams that don't have as much synergy together. So, I mean, it's kind of expected. I believe it'll start changing up once the season gets farther in. The teams will actually get more synergy with each other.
yeah,
Oh,
to include more teams. Come on, guys, sign up, get 3 buddies, join this league. Who's gonna take down SPK? We have to have some group take down this very dominant team before Weaver gets too cocky. Someone needs. So find 2 friends, I guess. I shouldn't say 3 friends. Find 2 friends. Join the Ashen League and start kicking ass. Alrighty, we're getting in picking bands here.
all right, and I honestly I expect that Amumu to be taken away. He could have did so well on that Amumu last week.
Cowardice.
Yeah, another Darius ban. How do you feel about Darius? Has been banned 3 out of the 4 games and has not seen a single uh, any
I won't be denied.
any even priority.
Personally,
It seems like no one wants to play him.
I think Darius is easy, and on a 3v3, he kills one person. He's most likely gonna kill the other two with that ult reset. The Oriana ban.
Finally, an Oriana ban. Now, some interesting stats throwing your way. Oriana and Sejuani are the only champions who have been included in any way in all 4 games that we've had. Oriana's been picked 3 out of the 4 games and has for the first time been banned.
Yeah,
So
and I know this sounds troll, but I honestly am surprised we haven't seen Timo. I've watched him dominate
now you're trolling.
many 3v3 matches just because even if he doesn't win laning phase, he does scale and his shrooms can take over half of the map.
Yeah, I'll play along with you. Timo provides something that a lot of other that is lacking. With Cassidy pick, I like that, but Timo provides something that a lot of other champions can't, and that's vision. So in a Zed line,
Zed, that is
you're just
definitely for Destroy Boy, without a doubt. That is his main champion. I'm excited to watch this.
we're already getting a lot more spicy picks than last game. I'm loving the Cassidy. I'm loving the Zed. Will Dark Blade Wolf continue on and pick something? Cho'Gath, nope, not spicy.
That's just a good pick for the 3v3 because of his insane health scaling.
It's not the pick for me.
I do believe the Cho'Gath will go to Kuda.
This gotta be trolling.
There's no way he'll pick it. There's the Jarvan.
There's the Jarvan switch.
Oh, is he gonna do it? Come on, Nina Beaner, you can do it. Pick the Timo.
Alright, no. Don't do it, because then your team has to rely on a Jarvan. So, yeah, Jarvan's trolling, honestly. I really was expecting it. I like the Ivern there. We're getting a little
There's
too...
the Swain.
Alright. I'm okay with the Swain.
Yeah, and see, Fitmits is going with what I was talking about. All damaging bruisers. All 3 of them.
Yeah, uh-oh. No. The Poppy being hovered here. Do we think it's going to be locked
No.
in? Ooh.
There it is.
Ooh. Play the music.
Now,
Play the music.
I can't decide whether I want this to be a tank Jarvan or an AD Jarvan.
It doesn't. Oh, man. Xin Zhao makes me so happy. That was my champion before I loved Udyr. So, get ready for the incoming Mulan lyrics. I'm going to be spitting some bars.
Now, with the changes to Xin Zhao, doesn't it make him, like, invincible for a certain amount of seconds when he kills someone?
No. So his ultimate, when you ult, it's the same, you know how his old ult used to knock away targets, correct?
Yeah.
Right? So, means a shield in an area around him, and anyone outside of that shield that attempts to attack him, the damage is immune. So it's pretty good. A lot of people will use it for diving in like a carry, and then not using the using the ultimate to stop any incoming damage, so they can try to focus that squish. The only thing is they can still be CC'd, which I think if Riot added a way to where it blocked CC as well from the outside, it'd be a little better, but it's still pretty good. Now, the only issue is on the side of Fitmits, they don't really have anyone who's going to be doing damage like from an outside. They don't have an AD carry. You die a mistake. Cassidy is just going to run away, and Jarvan wants to fight you up close. So, I like the pick. I like what he's going for. I respect the Xin Zhao here. But do I think it's something that'll do super well? Maybe not.
And it's interesting to see the Xin Zhao is actually the jungler, and then the Cho is going into the lane rather than vice versa, which is what I was expecting. Kuda actually isn't playing a tank. He totally proved me wrong.
Well, Xin Zhao can go I have done a Cinder Hulk route and damage carry me, and it worked out pretty well. Do I think he's gonna do it? No. And my hope is that he doesn't follow the suggestion, because that's an issue I see with a lot of Zins. They follow what they suggest, which is a Blood Razor. Oh boy. And I don't necessarily agree with Ooh. All right.
Bless you.
Yeah, I'm back now. I don't agree with Blood Razor because I prefer the Warrior enchantment for the cooldown reduction, so that you have more cooldown. You can use your abilities more and you can combo more often. Your W at max rank with like 20% CDR has a very short cooldown, and the W does a lot of damage. And then the new I like the new Zinzao a lot. Well, I won't focus on that too much. Another thing that I just noticed. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. Zed ult gains AD based on the like highest AD and like champion on the other team. Correct? I think that's what it does. Can someone confirm? I believe he gets extra AD when he kills a target that has like a lot of AD.
That one I'm not 100% sure on. I honestly don't play Zed because I'm not a piece of garbage.
There we go.
Destroy boy.
Destroy. Honestly, a piece of garbage. But if that's what it does, if I remember right, that that doesn't that doesn't help him too much, because unless the Jarvan builds full lethality, which maybe he, depending on what mass keystone we're gonna see here.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, the Zed's an insanely strong, just safe pick for him, and I mean it's worked for him a lot in CO, and it works a lot for him in solo queue as well.
So what was that? Hold on. Oh, I can't. Feels bad. He did end up going the Thunderlords, which I like more than I liked the Courage of Colossus last time around. But it looks like the skin wars are certainly in the favor of Chain Wardens. That Gentleman Cho'Gath is such an attractively nice skin.
Yeah, I do like the load-in screen, like drawing for the Swain skin, but in game it kind of just looks like Swain with a helmet on.
Yeah, I don't think Swain has like a very nice skins. I think they've been concept there for him to have a super nice and super cool skin, but they have been kind of ignoring that. And
Yeah, I mean I don't think they've worried about it. Swain is getting the next rework, so I think he's gonna look amazing once they're done with it.
well, I know you probably don't play much Swain, but what do you think they're gonna do for it? Or do you think they're gonna keep his old ultimate, or now his current ultimate? Do you think they'll keep that? Because that's probably one of my favorite things about Swain.
No, I think he's gonna become more of like a Vladimir, where like one of his main abilities gives him that sort of like steal/regen, and then his ult will be something that's just damage.
And it did look like Rob tried to go for an early gank on the bot side, and while it didn't, it helped apply a lot of pressure, and it does look like Kuda will be going Blood Razors in. I don't like it, but I know some people have done pretty good on it. I like Warrior more, personally. But
Personally, I don't even think Swain's in that bad of a place.
yeah, I don't really know why he's getting I don't really see the point of him getting a rework. I think he's not terribly bad, like broken. I think he's pretty strong. He's very reliable, I would say.
Oh, nice flash
Ooh,
from
and
Kuda.
first blood going to Kuda, and
Return
nice trade
flash
kill.
kill.
Yes.
Oh, he's fighting
Rob
in the
needs to be
wave.
very careful here. And Dark Blade Wolf. I'm just gonna call him Wolf. Wolf gets the trade kill back onto the Jarvan. So 2-for-1 in favor of Chain Wardens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rob got the kill. He should have just got out after that. When he was autoing the Cho, he was just taking a lot of minion damage from that wave, and that inevitably just lost him the trade.
You definitely do underestimate the amount of damage Cho'Gath actually does, especially, and I really hope we see him go more than just a Dorn Ring and gets a little more AP, because full AP Cho'Gath is super fun to watch. Not fun to play against, but super fun to watch.
Oh, Calridian looks like he's gonna win this. Oh, he flashes, won't get the kill though. Good flash from Destroy Boy.
Trade of summoners in the top side. Pretty close fight from both sides, actually.
Pretty close trades, but look at that 10 CS difference Destroy Boy already has on him.
That's just showing the strength he has. I mean, look at his club tat. It's Zed. Come on. Yeah. Just let him have this Zed.
Oh
like
my goodness.
Faker, what was that?
Calridian just didn't respect the combo that Zed could get off with that Thunderlords. Kuda
It's like
coming in.
Neener here might get caught out here.
Oh, Kuda going under tower. He's not going to get anything out of that but damage.
Now, I like what Kuda...
Oh, Rob's going to get the kill down here. They have vision on him. Nice.
I like that they gave that to Neener. You know, try to get him ahead on this Swain, because faster Swain can come online, the faster they can pull ahead in this game. Because Swain is... Mid-game Swain is pretty... So.
Yeah, I actually had a friend that I work with at Best Buy who... He's a Swain one-trick. And
That's disgusting.
Yeah, he's made it all the way to Master as Swain, and eventually dropped back down to Plat because...
He mains Swain.
Yeah, exactly. And once they do that rework, I don't know what he's gonna do. I like his life's over at that point.
And maybe he'll find some love. And Neener should probably start walking away here, because looks like Kuda is either looking to invade or go top. But he does have that Ravenous Flock ultimate
Oh,
now.
he missed the flag and drag. Oh, that's nasty damage coming from that Zed right there. Nina Beaner going in. He's going to kill the Zen. He's definitely going to go down here. Calridian not really responding to anything that just happened.
I mean, there's not much he really can do. Now he does have that ult, so he might have been able to do something a little bit earlier. But yeah, the Death Mark, actually, the passive I was talking about earlier, gives 5 AD plus 5% of the victim's attack damage. And the Jarvan, who actually is going to be building Warrior Enchantment, normally doesn't build that much AD. So, you know, kind of a soft counter, it looks like, to the Zed. Building a team that's mainly a bruiser champion, so unless he focuses that Jarvan, he won't be getting the most out of that passive.
Yeah, now we should see more of a, unless there's ganks, more of a farm fest in bottom lane here. They're gonna trade damage, but Cho with his passive is probably gonna heal. Swain's just gonna heal. Looks like it'll just be a minion fest from now on. Ooh, Calridian getting pretty low here. Rob gets the ult off. Swain misses the stun on Destroy Boy. 1 for 1, not bad. Neener Beaner just coming in there and leaving with full health. That's Swain for you.
And it looks like he's electing to go with the ooh, Destroy Boy. Is he gonna get the kill?
Yes.
Ooh, nice. That is
The
Zed for you.
ult with the ignite is just it hurts. Destroy Boy already 4-0, almost 8 minutes in.
Yeah, showing us why he should not be allowed to get this Zed.
Now, I think it'll be interesting next week because we'll have TCW and SPK.
You know, the two pretty dominant teams going against each other now. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I hate to assume here, but that means that if Chain Wardens win this game, that means whoever wins that game is now in first place. So, looking at it from the games we've seen so far, who do you think is gonna? Who do you think is favored in that matchup between SPK and Chain Wardens?
Kudabot misses his abilities. Grave mistake having a flasher. Personally, I think it'll be SPK, TCW, then Fitmits and Oni. I mean, we really haven't seen them do an insane amount, but Oni did put up a good fight against SPK.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, double ult gonna get Kuda there. Neener Beater gonna go down from the Zed damage. Oh my
Ooh.
goodness.
Yeah, and Ace on the side of Chain Wardens. Honestly, all that happened like so fast that couldn't really call it all at once. So they tried to pick off the Xin Zhao there, Kuda on the Xin Zhao there, but he was able to use the ultimate, and while it didn't save him completely, it was able to solve time for Destroy Boy to come down on the Zed and pick up a double kill, and then the Nom Fest on Darkblade's Cho was able to clean that up. So the Zen feels a little bad there, but was able to help his team pick up. And Destroy Boy on the other side of the map just popping off on this Zed.
You're just doing so much damage now. He's 7-0-2 lethality Zed. All he's gonna do is just pop him.
He looks like he's really trying to go for the player of the week here. Charging right after.
Yeah, I mean,
do you think he's able to do it? Do you think he can do it? Let me go to my stats real fast.
I mean, if Fitmits is unable to turtle this game and just keep that Zed from getting more kills, I think he might well be able to do it. He can almost one-shot anyone on their team without even just full combo, just one-shot them all.
I can tell you currently oh, wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do. 10.
Alright, so what happens here is they keep going all in on this Xin Zhao, and then Destroy Boy just comes in, gets free kills. They're like, oh, well, you're going to use your cooldowns on Xin, I'll just come in and get these easy kills.
So currently, if the game were to end here, Destroy Boy is it looks like, I think, 3 kills away from matching KDA. So maybe he's trying to hunt down Skill Shot here, but and I think we definitely can't. I mean, yes, Kuda's acting as the this game, but I really, the Cho'Gath being played here for Darkblade has also been putting in a lot of work. Keeping the Zed and alright. The greed.
He finally
The
goes down.
greed. Yeah, the ult there kind of seemed a little forced. I think that got him killed.
Oh yeah, definitely. It just kept him under tower too long.
So unfortunate, they did get the shut on Destroy Boy Zed, but looks like they're gonna trade the tower for it. So hashtag worth question mark. So on the side of fitness, what do you think they needed to start doing in order to come back and be able to stall this game out long enough to come online and or I guess you can say just how are they going to deal with the Zed? Because sure, the Xin Zhao, I don't think the Xin Zhao's doing much. The Cho'Gath's annoying, but really this Zed is just putting in so much work. So what do you think? What do you think they need to do?
Honestly, they need to find Zed by himself with at least 2. They keep doing these 1v1s that they're not going to win because they're so far behind. They keep using multiple ults on the Xin Zhao and not killing him enough in time for Destroy Boy to just show up and one-shot him. They need to find Destroy Boy by himself and take him out if they want to even do anything here.
Now my real question for you is, if they find him by himself, do you think they're going to be able to kill him without him killing one of them?
I don't think so. See, here it goes again. They're going in on his teammates. And at this point, he's carried them so much that, I mean, they could take them by themselves. I mean, it's a 6K gold lead. They need to just turtle. Like, at this point, any fighting is just going to loosen the game even faster. They're like, oh, the Zed's carrying, we can take these guys out. But, I mean, they're getting gold, too. They're getting assists. I mean, Cho is 5 kills. They will not be able to end here, but they'll probably be able to get this tower. And that is a lot of gold to back on.
Looks like they're going to be taking the relic on the way out. And honestly, I just think it's hit the point where I don't think there's anything that I don't think there's anything Fitmits can do here. They can try to get a few kills, get a few shutdowns on the Zed, but try to keep those stats intact. But I think the Zed's just too far. The Xin Zhao is able to stay alive long enough, and the Cho'Gath is just doing Cho'Gath things, and he's going full AP.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think Kassadin scales forever, and I mean, if Jarvan decides he just wants to go straight armor, they could eventually be able to take the Zed. It's just, it's gonna take them so long and have to farm another tower forever to even try to come back.
And the issue
Oh,
is,
here they go. They found Destroy Boy by himself. Are they going to be able to do it?
Oh, or is he too... Ooh.
Too slippery. They almost had it. That would have been good, but they don't have an insane amount of mobility to try to lock him down. Or, I mean, I guess an insane amount of CC is what I should say.
It looks like some ankle process there. Very well played by Destroy Boy.
Looks.
But so this Cho'Gath is going full AP. If I remember, yes. So his rupture ratio, and I think his Feral Scream has like an 80% ratio. So
Rob caught there. Calridian gonna go on the backside, try to get the Zed. I don't think he's gonna be able to get him.
it was a good try. It was very close.
Kuda gets the slow. All Cho has to do is turn around and eat him, just like that. Didn't even need to flash. It was just a waste. I mean, I guess if he could have flashed, he could have flashed into the brush and tried to ult away, maybe.
He would have had to really there, but it definitely looked like. And there looks like these Cyto Chain Wardens are going to go towards this Vile Maw.
No,
To be
yeah.
honest, I don't think they really need it. I think they could have just pushed the top side there, but they want to make sure. And Destroy Boy
Oh, kills
Oh, you're-
Destroy Boy.
Oh,
No, drops the KDA. He's throwing
Leader
it.
of the week.
That's two. That's okay. So we've had 4 games so far, and we've seen 2 people die to that Vilemall. Now that thing is strong.
Biomon does a lot of damage, and Destroy Boy, you know,
Didn't respect it. Somebody put some
Not at all.
respect on Vilemall's name.
needs to honestly, you know, Viomon is looking like the MVP of this game. The only person to really take down Destroy Boy, even though he did die under tower. That was more Destroy Boy killing Destroy Boy, but looks like MVP this week's gonna go to the Viomon. Yeah.
Alright, there is 2 on the bottom side. If Calradian goes on in on this, I doubt he will. I don't think they'll win it. It looks like they're going to group Chop and try to take that tower. Honestly, I think they could just group bottom, take that inhib, and then go for top tower so they get a free push in. But they do have the Vilemall buff, which is pretty strong. I think it's better than a Baron buff.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, the only issue is you don't have empowered recalls. I think at this point they can set the Zed bot, and then Kuda and who the Rylai is picked up by Cho'Gath. So that means once he lands a Vorpal spike on you, the silent Zed stalks his prey.
Oh! The barrier
Ooh.
saves him barely. They know
Ooh.
Destroy Boy has his cooldowns.
There's a cool
They still don't go in
flag
on
and
him.
drag there. Didn't even flag there on the side of Rob. Looking like he's trying to juke out, but in the end is able to actually juke out the Cho'Gath. So
Yeah, looks like they're just scared of the Zed at this point.
yeah, and I think that they should start shifting some being scared of this Cho'Gath as well. He's just gonna keep stacking that the non-passive. He's barely gotten any of those his 4 out of his 4 stacks minions, so he can keep eating and getting bigger and bigger, and that ult's gonna do more and more damage.
Yeah, and we do see Swain and Jarvan getting a bit more armor here. Earlier that would have insta-killed the Jarvan. That armor is really starting to help him out, like I said. If they can just keep this game turtling like they started to do, they may be able to bring it back. Calradian's just gonna die here. He was just trying to go for the Zed, but there were 2 people to back him up. There's nothing they could have done there to try to save him.
It looks like Chain Wardens are gonna get. Are they gonna end it here, or they're gonna get this?
Oh, they're gonna feed right here. That tower does so much damage.
Goodness. A bunch of feeders, a triple kill on the side of for Neener Beaner.
And that's exactly what Fitmits needs right now. You want to feed us gold? Go ahead and do it. We'll buy more armor, and we'll be able to take you in team fights. Good 2v3 from Robin. Neener Beaner.
Just a very strong cataclysm there to get all. I think all members were underneath the tower of. I think Kuda and Wolf were stuck under, and then Strobo was just so low and died at the tower a little way off. But regardless, very well played by the side of Misfits to try and come back here. If plays keep happening like that, they might actually be able to make a comeback and beat. It'll be a while, but
Yeah, and I mean, Swain has an insane amount of CS compared to everyone else on the map other than Destroy Boy. He's only 4 CS down the Zed. That's pretty impressive for how far behind they've been all game.
he just completed the Wooglit's death cap, which means he's going to have that hourglass passive and just be healing, and you're going to be sitting there taking damage for no reason.
Rob definitely going to go down here and just gets caught. Same thing almost happened to Calradian. And that's most likely going to be game. they can just push to end. Those death timers are 40 seconds. The map's just not big enough.
Unless Neener can show off that he is the true bird. Because bird is the word here. Can he do it? Kuda's very low. He might be able to get 2 kills
Oh,
here.
he gets a stun off on Destroy, but he gets a small amount of damage, but enough to get him to back off.
On the backside, they're trying to end the game.
Looks like that minion getting a lot of damage off on that tower. That next push, if they can get that in, that next push could end the game.
Yeah, with Kuda pushing on the top side, it's looking like that inner turret's about to go down.
Yeah, and I mean, this game, I would say 100% props to Neener Beaner. His plays have been pretty exceptional. Rob has had a few good cataclysms, but Neener Beaner has definitely been the star player of Fitments, even though they've been behind.
Yes, the Carlson has been, I think, trying to pick off the Zed, but he's just too far behind.
Yeah, I don't think he's realized that he's behind yet.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna keep on going in. He's gonna be the little engine that could.
Yeah.
He'll get it eventually.
Yeah, the Swain realized that hey, we're way behind. I'm just gonna farm and try to turtle this. The other two they keep going out and just death after death. Gonna go for their second Valmaw. Hopefully they all live through this one.
Yeah. You know, maybe Destroy Boy learned Destroy Boy did learn his lesson and decided to come with a little bit more health. And will he feast on Valmaw here? No, he actually chooses. Did he feast? He did not feast. He did not have it up.
Oh, Calranian, you're gonna get caught here. Zed gets the ult. Probably gonna, yep, definitely gonna get the kill here. Boom.
Yes. That's kind of just been the story of the. Well,
yeah, pretty much story of the whole game. Neener Beaner and Rob just getting caught over and over.
More so, yeah. No, not Neener. Neener Beaner.
Yeah, I mean, Rob and Calradian.
Yeah.
Neener Beaner have been able to keep this alive here. Those minions are really going to start doing some damage, though. He's really trying to keep this in hit up. Now, if all three of Chainmorn's Galaxy just pushes one inhib, I mean, it's totally free because they have 3 people up. Decide not to take the 2v3. I think Chain Warrens is just playing too safe here. I think they could have ended it twice.
Yeah, I think this game should have been over about like 5 minutes ago, honestly.
Yeah, they keep adding for more time to mess up rather than just end the game.
Yeah, especially the Destroy Boy's been making a few questionable plays here and there, especially dying to that vile maw.
Ooh, Kudabot, you may go down here. Calridian, oh, the Cataclysm.
Oh, the Cataclysm
He kills
killed him there.
team kill.
And what was that flash? He flashed in place.
Rob gonna go down with the Zettel, trying to get him under tower. Neener Beaner's gonna have to back off here to try to get.
Yeah.
Alright, one in him down. Bird is definitely the word here. He's looking strong now. He's got a lot of CS, got a lot of kills. It does look like this may be the game though.
It does not look
Darkblade
like
gonna get killed to the tower.
Ooh, can
Destroy
he do
Boy.
it?
He's taking a lot of damage.
He's trying his best.
Zed's too slippery.
He needs to turn into that bird and start feasting on. But it looks like, are they gonna get the tower here?
Nope.
And just the side of Chain Warriors are getting caught out here.
And I like I said, they let the game go way too long now that Swain actually has a chance to try and carry for them. It's just he needs to keep his teammates alive at this point. Say, hey guys, sit in the base or we're going to lose. going on Calridian. Strawberry's going to follow up, get that free kill, pushed out too far for the 12th time. Niederman going to come to react to this inhib. Try to keep the game going. Oh, he gets knocked up.
Ooh,
Use
and
the
there's that
Wooglets.
Wooglets.
Oh, he
Putting
gets
in
stuck
his
under tower. Destroy Boy, you gotta be careful here.
Ooh, and
Gets
can
out.
he actually lived through the Zed, but he does get nommed by the Cho. I think, will this be the game? No.
Oh, Rob, you should have stayed under tower.
Yeah,
Gets the
Rob
flag and
thought
drag.
he could do it.
Not gonna do
Ooh,
enough damage.
he did almost get the Zed. Was very close, but it looks like that is going to be the game for the side of Chain Warden
Ooh,
Galaxy.
Calridian comes in for the clutch kill to get Destroy
Can
Boy.
he do it? Can he?
Oh, he gets it.
Nice. Way to extend the game. What a savior on the side.
I think the minions are still gonna end this. He just doesn't have enough damage to matter.
And will it be the Winions to get the MVP?
Oh,
It looks like
yeah.
he's gonna die here. Is he gonna die?
Oh, they get him.
And they get him. Minion 3552 gets the MVP. First Violmaw kills Destroy Boy. Now we see a minion kill Cal. And that is the game wrapped up. Chain Warden's advancing to a 2-0 record. Yeah.
Now, after watching that, Chain Wardens were ahead from. I mean, they were ahead around 6 minutes. The Zed was like 4-0 at 8. They let that game go on way too long. If they play like this next week against SPK, I think they'll lose. That was just it was all around sloppy. I don't know if they got cocky or if
Oh,
they
it
really
definitely
thought
looked
they
like
couldn't
some
end.
cocky.
Yeah, and I mean Destroy Boy did get his Zed. He carried on the Zed. I kind of predicted that would happen. He's just comfortability wins in bronze and through gold. Yes, mate is good to play, but a lot of comfortability wins matches.
Yes. And I would have started singing, I'll make a man out of you if Kudo was doing a little bit better, but unfortunately the Zed carried that game. But with those few deaths he kind of inted, he's not gonna top skill shots KDA this week. So
Yeah, and definitely Destroy Boy would be he's the MVP for this game. But I mean he carried. He was at 4 kills at 8 minutes. It's like a kill every 2 minutes. It's
yes, I think he was definitely the MVP of this game. But I think for the MVP of the night, we gotta give it to Violmaw.
yeah. The
The only
Violmaw,
one to legitimately take down Zed.
and I honestly think we should add the Violmaw to the stats. Just give him he's got 2 kills now. He got a
I
kill.
think he's 2-4 right now. I think he's died 4 times. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he may have a better KDA than Calridian at this point.
I think you were right, honestly.
But
It does look.
I think for maybe 4th place for the night, I do like to give props to Nino Wiener for. I mean, he had the most CS of that game, even though Destroy Boy was farming champions.
Yes.
And I mean, it's so easy to farm on Zed. It's Calridian, you can tell, did not tilt through that game. He still farmed great, still turtled, still got a triple, and I do like to give props to him for that.
Yes, he was one of the main reasons that that game was extending out a lot longer than it should have. So, let's start looking onward. So, what do you think? Fitmits and Oni are both 0-2. They play each other next week, correct?
Yeah, it'll be Fitments and Oni, and it'll be SPK and Chain Morton's Galaxy.
So we've already
Personally,
talked a little bit about the. I mean, do you want to talk about that first game, or do you want to talk about Miss Fitness and Oni real quick?
yeah, honestly, I think if Oni plays like they did tonight, but actually keeps
Doesn't
good,
throw.
yeah, keeps good posture through the middle to late game, unlike they did tonight, I think they could take it. I think they could take Fitments. But on the other end, Fitments didn't play absolutely terrible. It's just the Zed got ahead and they didn't really know how to deal with it. They
Yes.
didn't realize how to deal with it.
If both teams continue to be very like play very timid, I think Fitments win. I think Oni has to play very aggressive because Fitments almost started to look like they were pulling back the lead from Chain Wardens because they were just playing. It seemed like they were playing smarter in the end. Chain Wardens was playing team deathmatch instead of you know the objectives in the end there.
Yeah, and with the next point, I think if Chain Wardens played like they did tonight, I think SPK can take them down.
Yes, I think S just as a team are more focused in games. It seemed like Destroy Boy was trying to get as many kills as he possibly could, and then just started making a lot of mistakes, and that game got started to get drawn out a lot more than it needed to be. But in the end, still a pretty good performance from Chain Wardens.
Yeah, and next week we'll pretty much week 3 will really show where every team is at because every team will
Everyone
have
will have
faced.
played each other. Yes.
Yes, exactly, and then we'll actually get to see, hey, this team's the first place team, this place is the fourth place team. We see who needs to work.
Unlike you know the surprise new teams. That's right. More shameless advertisement. The more teams we get, that means the more time you guys get to hear our beautiful voices. And if we get enough players who are willing, we will force cats onto the face cam. So grab your friends and start more teams because I'm sure SPK, Chain Wardens, Fitmits, and Oni are lonely. So
Yeah, and I mean that's more games, that's more stream time, that's more work that me and Boggs get to put into the league, and the more week we put in, the better it's just gonna get.
all right, so I'm gonna really quick little sad secret. So the current KDA for Vialmaw is I believe zero point 0.5. Calridian's KDA is zero point 0.6. Vialmaw almost has a better KDA than Calridian.
I think on your spreadsheet, I think we should add the Valma. I think he deserves a spot.
Vialmaw is currently being added. There he goes. Look at him go. He's got 2 kills so far with 4 deaths. So he's rocking that nice solid zero point 0.5 KDA. So maybe next week we'll see him get a double kill.
All right, well, I think that wraps it up for tonight. Tune in next week. Hopefully, we get some more teams so we can have more time on the stream and more time to get more excitement in. But if not, matches next week will be first Fitmits and Oni, and then Shade Warden's Galaxy against SPK.
Yep. And do you have anything else to add?
No, that's it for me.
Alrighty, well, looks like we're